Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and it is Tuesday. And as it is Tuesday, we're going to be doing a speed duel deck profile. We are going to be doing this one for tier 2. And the best part about it is it's absolutely a big what if scenario. So this was posed to me. There were like 3 what if scenarios that were given to me. And one of them was, what if Ishizu didn't give away Obelisk? What if she did play Obelisk the Tormentor? So I got a deck for you guys, and maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. But let's start. So the skill card we've got is one of the flip over when you activate this. And the skill card we've chosen is Rise of the Fallen. So Rise of the Fallen, activate this skill during the main phase. Special summon 1 level 4 or lower fairy monster from the graveyard in defense. Also gain life points equal to its original attack. And you may only use this skill once per duel. Sounds like a bunch of limitations, but honestly, this is just a monster reborn that's going to pad our life points a little. Outside of that, we didn't really need to pick a specific skill. This one just helps out the most. Moving into the main deck, before we give you any of those cards, let me note real quick, this is a 21 card build. So a little different than my usual because we had to expand how many cards of Obelisk we're using, since we're not going to be using Kaiba's skill card. Instead, we will be using Ishizu's and a deck that fits this theme. So, real quick, we're going to be using 3 copies, Dunamas or Duname. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this. We're going to use the Dark Witch. Fairy, 1800 by 1050, 4-star, basic beatdown. It's golden as far as we're concerned today. And we will use her at 3. We will also use 3 copies of Kelbeck. Kelbeck is definitely a strong card, definitely has a disruption factor to it. And additionally, just like a carefree set it and pass turn if you have to. When this card is attacked by a monster, after damage calculation, return that monster to the hand. You will note it says when this card is attacked, not when this card battles. So I can't run him into things in order to get things to bounce. They do have to attack him. Generally, they're going to want to go after it once they see it in attack mode with a card that they know they can replay quickly. Again, we're in a GX era, so like Cyber Dragon's totally a thing. Charging Gaia has been a thing here for a little bit. Even Breaker can bounce himself by taking this guy out and then regain his spell counter on the next summon. So do be careful while running these Kelbecks. And of course, I've got some tricks for you, so don't worry. But do know, it's going to be one of the powerhouses. We did have to increase ourselves to 2 copies of Obelisk. Now, partially because we need to make sure that we draw the darn guy, and secondly because we need to make sure that we draw him, okay? It's not going to be as easy as it is in the Kaiba deck where we could just have 1 copy and then just consistently always play him. And let's go through this whole paragraph of text, okay? So, requires 3 tributes to normal summon may not be set. This card's normal summon may not be negated. When normal summoned, cards and effects cannot be activated. So, unfortunately, this is going to interrupt one of my later plays you'll see in a second. Neither player can target this card with card effects. That's a very important one, guys. No card effect can target Obelisk. However, I do believe that a skill card is considered an extension of a rule and is not a card being activated. So, if anybody out there is a speed duel judge and would like to let me know whether or not you could take him with inner conflict, please let me know. I would be more than happy to know how that one plays out. Let's see. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card was special summoned, send this card to the graveyard. Last effect, you contribute 2 monsters to destroy all monsters the opponent controls. This card may not declare an attack the turn this last effect is activated. Now, he's an absolute brick house at 4,000, 4,000. He's going to do a lot of damage. He's basically going to be game all in and of his own. And what makes that so great is because he is Obelisk the Tormentor. He just has that self-protection. Last card, and the card that he actually interrupts, will be Zolga. So Zolga, if a monster is tribute summoned by tributing this card, we would gain 2,000 life points. Unfortunately, that effect would activate in response or after the Obelisk summoning. And therefore, I'm pretty confident, and by pretty confident, I mean like 100% sure, Obelisk will stop the Zolga. Now, why did I choose the Zolga knowing this? Well, because it is 1700. So if we bring it back with Rise of the Fallen, we're in good shape. That's a bunch of extra hit points. And additionally, it's just trying to keep the baseline power of the deck up. So real quick, that's your like 11 monster count. We'll move on to the spells, and things will start to pick up. So 1 Book of Moon, 1 card advance. So this is very important. Look at the top 5 of your deck, rearrange them in any order, and then you may tribute summon 1 monster in addition to your normal summoner set this turn. This is an effect you can only gain once per turn. And again, really, if you think about it, you have a monster from the previous turn, you have a monster in the graveyard, Rise of the Fallen 1 back, summon 1, activate the card advance, and drop Obelisk. Absolutely valid, or it's a good target to just take out when you're going into games 2 and 3. We are going to run a Cosmic Cyclone and a Night Beam because they are sort of a package deal for me. We are going to run Offerings to the Doomed and Shrink in lieu of playing 3 Books of Moon. And then moving into our 4 traps, I got to give it up for 2 Lost Winds and 2 Walls of Disruption. Because again, this is going to do so much work. Because if you think about it, once Kelbeck is known, monsters that are special summoned, because again, GX era, are going to be able to go to half while losing their effects. Also, we had the Shrink, we had the Offerings, we had the Book, we could put them down. Or we can use Walls of Disruption to absolutely tank the opponent's stats. So even though we're playing sort of like a basic beatdown, it's very technically built. Real quick, that is the main deck. Go ahead, if you're on mobile or a tablet perhaps, take a screenshot. Otherwise, I would encourage you to pause the video at this moment and make some quick scratch notes about what's in the deck. And then I'll be right back with the extra and side decks in a moment. And leading the extra deck is going to, of course, be the generic every extra deck for a deck that doesn't need one. It's going to be 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate because he's my strongest, Cyberblader because she's my most technical, Cyber End because he has the best piercing, Ojama King because he has the best lockdown effect, Rhea Senshi because I'm lucky to own one because he was hard to pull out of packs, and he's also good. Don't forget that he's actually good. And 1 TI's Restrict because, yeah, I love Thousand Eyes Restrict. He's such a good technical card. Moving into the side, we'll find our third 3 of Limitations with a Cosmic Cyclone in here. We will find our 3rd copy of Lost Wind. We will find 2 copies of Waking the Dragon. Now, normally I just go, this is the card that allows you to play your extra deck. However, I'd like to take another second and explain one more thing. So if we review the effect here, if this set card in the owner's controls left the field because of an opponent's effect and is now in the graveyard or banished, you can special summon a monster from your deck or your extra deck. Fantastic. Now, what could that mean? Yes, it could mean that. Also, it could mean other things. So, you guys probably couldn't hear that because I'm being goofy and pretending this like Dora the Explorer and you guys had a moment to actually answer me. But what it means is, yes, we could absolutely play one of these guys permanently. That would be fantastic. But there's another card that you guys are kind of not taking advantage of. And on the rare occasion that your opponent activates a Cosmic Cyclone during your turn as you're setting something, there is always the option of being able to drop Obelisk the Tormentor on the field from your deck. Again, you're going to have to send it at the end phase. If your opponent's trying to clear your board because they're trying to get at your life points, you could just drop Obelisk and go, well, he can't be targeted. I know he's going to go away at the end of the turn, but maybe that untargeted effect is what's going to keep you in the game. So again, there's 2 Obelisks in the main deck for 2 reasons. One was consistency. The second was consistency. And the second, reason 2, part B, was Waking the Dragons can actually pop him out to the field as well. Again, I'm going to have another Wall of Disruption in here because, again, this is like so battle-based, it's almost not funny. And then, of course, we got to have Zoma. I mean, I didn't use any of the 2 ofs, and I really wasn't going to just drop a Genzo into the extra deck or anything. So Zoma felt like a good 1 of here. Guys, this is the Tier 2. What if Ishizu played Obelisk? I'll probably name it like Ishizu's Obelisk or something. It'll be fantastic. I do hope that you guys get a chance to enjoy this. And yeah, let's say that you guys get it up to like 15 likes and you get the next one up to 15 likes before the weekend. You know, I'm going to cut it down from 20. I'm going to give it to 15. You guys give me 2 15s, and me and Celestial will play them against each other this weekend with some tier 2 action. So she's been enjoying it. Hopefully I got the enough of the glare out of this last video. And hopefully you guys just keep enjoying, because that's really why we're doing it. So until the next time, my friends, you have a lovely day. Remember to go do something for yourself today, because I said so. No choice in this. You have to do something. I don't care if it's getting a cup of coffee or binge watching your favorite TV show. Take 20, 30 minutes, make it about you today, okay? Till next time, have a wonderful one, and I'll see you next time, guys. Later.